Hello and welcome. I am Suit&Tie, Dip&ChewGuy, and this is a dry snuff, a nasal snuff review, and we will be taking a look at this guy. This is Tom Buck from Wilson's of Sharrow. So what you're looking at here is actually what I term a coin, all right? It's got a upper that completely fits with the exception of a thin ribbed band over the lower. They both slide, and with that sliding action, you line up a hole. This changes how I show the product, and actually, I'm not a big fan of it for two reasons. One, because it's not easy to show the product, and two, if you can see that, there is a safety seal on this. And all this that you're seeing there is tobacco. That is one of the holes. It's not lined up. These coins, they lose product. They leak, so to speak. So I'm not a big fan of that, partly because I'm not a fan of the product leaking just in general. But I mean, this is thin and it's convenient and it would be great to go like that. But I am not going through snuff tobacco stains in Oxford shirts. I'm just not prepared to do that. So I always look at these with a bit of suspicion. Now, products that you will see that use this setup are unfortunately the American ones. American market, European manufactured snuffs. What are they? Silver Dollar, Toke USA. Use coins. All right. Nothing, not talking badly about the products themselves. Quality products. Now, the Toke USA has gone back and forth. Screw off top, regular tins. And these, it sort of depends. I'm not quite sure what they're running with right at this moment. But the Silver Dollar, it has been the steady since its inception, is always in the coins. And if you look back at any reviews I did of Silver Dollar here, which I believe there's at least one, maybe more, coins. So I don't know why Wilson or Sharrow switched over. This is a 5-gram tin. It's got a sticker on the front and a sticker on the back. It's got a lot number that we're not concerned with. If it was made sometime in 2021, that is fine for a product of this nature. You see the blue here, that is a rip tab for the safety seal. Let me get my paper towel opened up underneath me here because I don't know what's going to fall out of that safety seal and how much. So, and then you have it right here. So let me just pull that. Yeah, there's snuff falling all over the place. So that's what you're looking at. I'm going to have to wipe down the can now. Like, just not necessary. Just, you know. Now, they used to, Wilson's of Sharrow used to have just small screw-off tins that look like this. This is a McChrystal's product, but they were this. All right? And now they've gone to this, and I guess it's flatter and more convenient for the pocket, and in theory, at least, more convenient for access. But both of these are 5 gram. So let me see if I can get the rest. So looking at what's coming off this, and you're probably not going to be able to see a lot of it because the stuff is fine, but there's stuff down towards the front there. This is what up here is what I just wiped off the container. There's a lot in the mechanism, the slide. So much so I'm having a hard time telling where the hole is. There's a lot in the slide. And that's the thing. This stuff, depending on what market... there it is. There's the hole. Okay, so there's the hole. You can see the action there for this. All right. Now, these two dimples that are going into the candle on either side of the hole, there's a track there, which you're not going to be able to tell because it's full of tobacco. There is a track there that runs in those two holes, and that's part of the problem. Look, say I got stuff all over my hands. The problem is, depending where you are, probably store by store, this stuff could be sitting and moving from shelf to shelf, store to store, even facility to facility. And although the product inside will keep for a long time, even in a obviously porous package like this, stuff's going to get disturbed and shake around. The other problem with this is, due to the hole they're trying to get you to use, okay, and the size this way, that is probably way more room than is needed for 5 grams. Okay, so now you got a product shifting around in the container. The small containers, the product 5 grams basically fills the entirety of the inside. It does not move around. There may be a dimple insert in the lid to compact it so it's not near the edges, but it's taking up the entire room. I guarantee if I shake this, yeah, it's the whole thing shifting around in there. So now brings to the other problem. Listen, Sharon, I'm not meaning to get down on you here. I just, this is a really good and convenient idea in theory, on paper, until you actually carry it out. So there's the hole. The stuff is of an extremely fine grind, like really, really fine, which is probably why there is so much issue with this container. It is smelling like a very rich SP. Now, I know most of my viewers are Dip or Loose Leaf Chew. An SP in the nasal snuff world, European nasal, the real stuff, SP is somewhat, it's their natural, okay? No, it's not salty like our naturals. It's tobacco. The scent, the flavor is tobacco. And there is a citrus grassy aspect. Now, the grassy aspect actually comes from the tobacco leaves they're using, all right? The citrus aspect is bergamot, all right, which they probably use an oil in the water that they use to hydrate. This stuff is going to be looking really, really dry. But really, it's sticking to the finger. There is a moisture content to this higher than that of an American product, like Railroad Mills is the one I always use, okay? Railroad Mills, Tops, any of those American products. All the American products are extremely dry. There is no moisture content in them, with the exception of Swisher's. I just forgot the name. Tea-berry? Is it tea-berry? I will get back on the next one of these. I will remind myself in the meantime to look that up. But that one is a higher moisture product. So getting back to this, with something like this, you're going to have to be really careful. With a grind this fine, you're going to have to be really, really careful not to overdo it on the inhale. If you overdo it, it's going to hit the back of your throat, okay? So, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do this. And I got stuff flying out of my mouth. Sorry about that. But that is because I don't want to lose the product by blowing out anything out of my nose. And because of the way this packaging was, I wonder if I can use that. this paper towel was not meant to protect my desk originally. So it is a... Now, sneezing's not bad. Of course, the sneezing wasn't bad on that last one either, and we all know how that went. Okay, not the burn of the last one. I think I can move back here now. Not the burn at all. There was a significant tingle at first. It is basically a product coming in contact with your membranes in your nose, and thus it's a little stingy, but not like that Indian product with the 6 little guys on either. So that was a different kind of burn. This one is this is actually pleasant. I haven't had an SP in a while, so basically what you're getting here, it's sort for the American market. You get a citrus aspect that you don't quite recognize. So in the United States, if something's citrus, it's either orange flavored or lemon limed infused. Not exactly, you're not drinking lemon juice, you're drinking orange juice, but there's stuff flavored with lemon juice, and to slightly lesser extent lime. This is a citrus you're not going to recognize. That said, it is pleasant, and you don't see me doing this a lot on nasal snuff reviews, but I'm going to take some more. Okay, so it's got okay nicotine, pleasant scent, something that's familiar and yet not familiar at the same time. It's citrus, but you can't place it, the citrus. There is a tobacco undertone to it, not like in the tobacco my subscribers are used to. It's a different tobacco. It's sort of it's one that you get used to. There are different types of natural tobacco flavors, okay? You have the dipping one. You have the chewing one, the chew. Although there's not many chews that are just natural, but that is a separate. You have a natural profile in European snus, separate. Then you have one for nasal snuff. Now, nasal snuff will vary from country to country, what that is, but this SP, this is a very English, traditional. And I don't know what other countries make SPs, to tell you the truth. I'm sure they do. But when I hear SP, I think default English company. Maybe Scottish company. I don't think Germans... If I hear SP, I don't think of Polsch. I think ridiculous amounts of menthol. But I don't think SP. So, what I like about the SPs is... Unlike some of the older English snuffs that are natural but fragrance with like almost perfume-like, it doesn't have that perfume aspect. All right? Like the Freiburg stuff, it doesn't have that. It's just the bergamot, and it varies product to product. Some are stronger than others. This one is quite good. I mean, this is... Now, I'm not taking a lot at all. I'm working off what was on my hand, which wasn't a lot. But this is a good one. So, besides the issues with the packaging, and which I just spilled. I left the thing open. Oh my god. Okay. Closing you up now. Wow. Yeah, this is really... Yeah, and you know what? It didn't even catch half of it. Most of it's on the desk, and my hand. Wow. Okay. This one's all right. This one's all right. The packaging has problems, as I am seemingly overeager to exploit and display. But besides that, Tom Buck It is fine grind, okay moisture, SP, fair dose of bergamot. Easy to take. I mean, I think I sneezed, what, twice, 3 times? Does not, if you're careful, doesn't go up too far. It is of medium brown. It's not the lightest stuff when it comes to SPs by any means. And that is that. I am going to now go hose down my desk and clean this up. Anyway, this has been my review of Tom Buck from Wilson's of Shara in the 5-gram coin tin that you always want to keep closed. Very important. Be professional. Keep the coin closed. My words of wisdom for the day. Anyway, I do hope you guys are all well. Do take care of yourselves. And as always, God bless.